Hi Greedy 3Ds. Now a couple of years ago Mrs Greedy bought me this for Christmas, and it's a wonderful Frontiers Wargaming paint holding case. Really wonderful, does the job marvellously. The thing that struck me about it though when I opened it up was it's just laser engraved wood, no more no less, put together very well, but at a cost of over £200. Now can I do better? I did a little bit of scouring on the Tinterweb and I found this on Etsy. These are the files for a paint case. Now you don't get anything physical for your £14.78. You just get files that you can use in Lightburn or programs very similar to that.
So the materials that I'm going to be using today are just some A3 board. I've got 10 of those. I'm not going to be using all 10 of them, I don't think, but that's some A3 board. Cost around about £10 from Amazon. We're also looking at some A3 board, and this is 5mm, and I'm going to be using this to make the construction of the main case. Again, around about £10 off Amazon. I'm going to got some hinges there. I bought a load of hinges and I'm not going to use all of those, of course. I've got some clasps for the lid, which I'm going to use to seal it, and I've just bought a couple of fancy handles, and I'm only going to be using one of those, of course. Now the cost of this has cost, all the stuff has cost around about 40 quid. So £40 to make my paint tray, and I'm going to be making it on this, the Creality Falcon 2 Pro. This laser engraver is absolutely fantastic and will make the making of this paint box an absolute doddle.
Now make sure you check out my review, which will be at the end of the video, for all the specs and gubbings of this machine.
So I'm using the focus tool here to just focus the length of the laser to the wood. This is the 5mm wood. So once that's done, I'm going to just do a little tiny test piece in the corner to make sure I can cut through it. So I've used a little bit of a higher power, 100% at 10mm per second, and there we go, straight through. I'm all right with that. So let's try. Now we've got something that cuts through to make our cuts. So one of the great things about this laser engraver is within Lightburn, you can actually see using the camera exactly where your wood is going to be cut against where it is on the base of the engraver. Now I know that I can get that piece cut out, so that is the piece I'm going to cut next. So let's frame it. Right where it needs to be, and then we're just going to click start. And the process has begun. This is the first cut for the new paint case. We'll just let that get on with it. It's probably going to take about 3 or 4 minutes to cut through. Not a huge time, but it still needs to do its thing.
Another thing I absolutely adore about this laser engraver is that it comes with an extraction unit. And look at what it is blowing out. You can see the smoke that's blowing out there. I couldn't do this in my man cave if I didn't have an extraction unit. And the Falcon 2 Pro has a wonderful extraction unit, all attached to it and all included in the price. It's carrying on doing all its cutting, and all that nasty horrible smoke is being blown outdoors. Marvellous.
So there's the first piece cut, and one of the things I like about this is the ventilation carries on for a couple of seconds after it's finished, just to clear everything out. So let's see how we've got on, and there we go, beautiful. First piece cut through absolutely perfectly, the first of many. So let's crack on with the others.
So now everything has been cut out. I want to add my logo to the front of the case. So I'm going to do a test print first, just on the 5mm wood. I just want to see what kind of power and what kind of speed I need to get the results that I'm after. Now this will be different on your machine to my machine, so I'm not going to give you the settings that I'm using. It is a case of trial and error, but after a little bit of playing with it, I got the settings that I was happy with, and I just ran a test print off, and yep, really happy with that. So let's print it big style. And here is everything all ready for the next stage, which is the assembly. I've laid it all out in some kind of order so I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to use some wood glue to put it together. It was pretty straightforward to put together. Let's have a little look at that process. There we go, all finished. Not come out too shabby at all. Put a little clasp on the top there, as you can see, so we can just crack it open. Now inside, you can hold, each tray will hold either 32 of the Army Painter Vallejo size paints, or around about 18 of the Citadel paints. Now you can change the size, or the height rather, of your shelves to put whatever you want in there, but absolutely loving it. And it's all gone together beautifully. It's a wonderful design. I'll put a link obviously in the description where you can get it from. But this whole thing has cost me around about 40 quid to make. Now when you think that you can spend an absolute fortune on some of the other models out there, the other boxes, for 40 quid or just under, wow, you've got your very own paint storage solution. And of course, it's mobile. So I hope you've enjoyed that, Greedy 3Ds. I hope you found that interesting and useful. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you know how to do so. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to join the Greedy 3D Patreon, you would be more than welcome. And if you want to buy anything that I've used today to make this, I'll put a link in the description where you can get it from. Hope you found it interesting, guys and gals, and I'll see you real soon next time on Greedy 3D.